Hello, fellow gamers. I'm Gloryhound, and this is...
DrGloryhogg.
What?
I was waiting for you to say something else, and you didn't say it, so then
You're
it
just
got
wanting
awkward.
You're just wanting extra compliments because you're like getting fancy today.
Yeah, I
Extra
brushed my hair.
compliments
I
because
did
the
brush
doctor.
my hair.
If you brush your hair as a male, you are getting fancy. I mean, chat. You have to back me up here.
That's all it takes. Just brush your hair.
Just a little brush of the hair is totally fine. That's how you get fancy as a guy,
color
right?
coordinated my headphones with my face too. So I mean, that was
Wow.
like, boom, two things.
Those headphones really bring out the blue in your eyes, doctor.
The blue in my face.
Hello, Jim, and hello, Petter, and everyone else in our chat today. So if you are new to our channel, make sure to give us a like and a subscribe. Ring that bell to get notified whenever we go live so we can chat with all of you out there. And let's see, what's up with the hairbrush? What's a hairbrush? Wow, Petter. You just
Jim
need to
puts
brush
on
the hair a
store
little.
pants, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
The store pants versus the home pants is
It's
totally
interesting
different.
watching this because I can see the campaign right now. It just hit 882,000. Like as I'm watching, it's just like going up. So I don't know if that's just because like Petter has just subscribed and has like started funding this thing
there it
personally.
Goes. Like we'll just I'll lower it a tiny bit so everybody can see. There we go.
There we go.
We just watch it go up while we're talking here.
It is interesting.
So hello, Battlecry. Now, Chronicles of Drunagor is on Gamefound right now. So if all of you are looking for this on Kickstarter, make sure to head over to Gamefound. That is where it is at. This is a standalone expansion, is it? I don't know.
No.
I have no idea what this is because it's Hype Train, and this is the first time I'm looking at this.
If I understand correctly, it is an expansion and a reprint. This is our first time looking at it. The only things I know about Chronicles of Drunagor is the small stuff that I've seen, because there are game trays in it.
Right.
But I don't actually know much about the campaign itself or really even how it plays. I know it's a dungeon.
It has super
dungeon
awesome,
game. It's a dungeon crawler.
Stuff on BGG. So on BGG,
Yeah, it's highly
like
rated.
9.1 or something like that. Like it's crazy how good it's being scored as. And this is by what, Creative?
We Are Creative?
We Are Creative? No.
That's what they go by on internet.
Creative Game Studio. There we go. This is by Creative Game Studio here. And the designers are Daniel Alves and Yuriko Chutanetto. I don't know. Who also did Masamura and what is it? Some Towers of Arcanos game and stuff like that. It's always interesting going back and like looking at the designers and going, oh, those were really interesting games, Let's see here. Petter says this is an expansion and a reprint. The new stuff is technically an expansion that can be played alone but isn't really a standalone. Okay, all right.
It sounds like kind of like what Tainted Grail did, where they've got some chapter books that you play them by themselves. They're not linked to the main campaign, but you still need stuff from the original.
All right, let's see what this is all about.
Chronicles of Drunagor, Age of Dark.
Is there any audio?
Drunagor? Chronicles of Drunagor? Yes, doctor. Let me help you with your audio issue you may have right here.
Remember about 45 minutes ago when I was like, hey, can you plug this in?
Hold on, everyone.
She could not plug this in.
Technical difficulties.
Nothing but the best.
Only the best for all of you out there.
Chronicles of Drunagor, Age of Darkness is an immersive and fully cooperative dungeon crawler game that can be played in true solo mode for up to 5 players.
Hold on. What's true solo mode?
True solo mode for up to 5 players.
What's the difference between regular solo mode and true solo mode?
Well, regular solo mode is 1 player, and true solo mode says up to 5 players. So I feel like that's if you just want to play solo, but with friends, and all 5 of you get together.
If someone knows in the chat what true solo mode is versus just solo mode, then please let me know. Hello, Studio Lanniston.
It's like when you wake up out of the Matrix, there's true solo mode, but you have to take the blue pill.
Right, we're right. Yeah, absolutely.
Or is it the red pill? Just take both pills.
Oh, there you go. How do you have true solo mode with 5 players? Isn't that multiplayer? It's solo. Everybody plays solo.
I got it.
Totally.
True solo mode with 5 players. They're talking about terraforming Mars. Like you're playing the game,
real.
but I mean, you could walk away with your half of the board and nobody would notice.
It would be just fine.
Nobody would notice.
Yeah,
you just
it
walk
doesn't
away with your stuff.
interfere with anything.
totally fine.
Discover unique scenarios hidden behind
You're a unique
randomizable
scenario.
doors.
Sorry, I felt like
Thank
she was
you.
talking crap.
Wait, thank you. I am a neat, unique scenario.
So I think these are the actual game trays here. These actual tile
So are
holder
they
things.
setting on the boxes? Like on these
Kind
game
of.
tray things? Is there like a bridge? And there's a bridge underneath. Hold on. There's a bridge underneath here with the thing. I'm so glad you all can see my mouse
true
freaking
solo
out here.
means so Petter's actually being serious. True solo
Okay.
means you only need to control one character. So a lot of times these games say they have a solo mode, but you have to play with 4 characters or 3
Got
characters
it.
or
Okay.
something.
Wow. Battle cry. Come on now.
True solo means not only are you playing alone, but everybody else has to leave the room. Yeah, with Studio Landis, it says true studio means nobody can even be in your house. Your pets,
You
put them
just
outside.
You set up a border like there's something hung outside. You're
You
like,
have
you
to.
can't come in playing true solo
Go
mode.
grocery shopping. I'm playing true solo. Go visit your mom.
Dangerous enemies, and unravel interactions that will offer amazing rewards and change your story's course.
I felt like that was a little bit of pew pew and not enough like kaboom, like they just pew pewed that guy on over. I feel like somebody with a laser blaster could have done that.
I don't think there's laser blasters in this world.
Oh.
Experience a customizable progression system.
Ooh,
Gear up with
what's
multiple
this?
types of equipment.
Yes.
Switch between dungeon roles. And mix your favorite class ability.
What is this? Oh, see, I've never played this game before. This looks really
This is what it's
cool.
like watching a movie with you, too. Stop everything. What is this? I don't know. Maybe watch 3 more minutes of the video and you will get all the information.
This looks amazing. I don't know what this is, but this looks amazing on how you keep track of some stuff here.
There's hero trays, too, that actually holds all this, which is a game tray that actually holds all of this and has like
that new?
perfected little things. No, but like not everybody backed it the first time. And then so I had a
so people are
lot
gonna
of
be
people
hot.
email me asking if they could buy them. And I was like, we don't have them.
Yeah. Okay,
So get them if you're interested.
Jim says, I just looked at the all-in, not sure I could do the 340 without playing it first. That's fair, and the leveling looks amazing, right?
I do like the
Petter?
idea where it sounds like you can mix classes, which is kind of cool. You
To
can kind of do your own
create a
stuff.
unique
I
hero
agree.
of your own.
Ooh, look at all that.
Make them unique.
Plus, our brand new expansion, The Apocalypse has come. Experience an exciting story through immersive interactions and fantastic rewards, prevailing over 16 new chapters as you
So do you just chuck Gloomhaven out now? Like just, don't need you anymore. This is my new baby.
Oh, Petter says the cube management for actions you take is Jeff's kiss. Really? Okay.
I heard you trying to explain that today to Ellen. And the story is that we accidentally said Jeff's kiss. It sounded like you were saying Jeff's
was
kiss.
about
And I
Jeff
was
the
like, are you
Spider
saying
or
Jeff
something.
or chef?
Yeah.
And then Kabuki Kid heard it and said it to Kevin on Kevin Smith's stream, and then Kevin Smith laughed and thought it was funny, and then he started saying
Because
Jeff's
he
kiss.
thought it was Jeff Bridges whenever. Like, it's always unique, the interpretation that goes through everything, because ours was just, like, random ridiculousness, and then...
It was you not
It-
speaking clearly.
Wow. No,
Or just
not
disappear.
that apocalypse, right?
Yeah,
Not
see?
the alpaca. Where's that game? The apocalypse.
Maximum Apocalypse? We've already
Maximum
played it.
alpacalypse. That's what I
You
need.
face new and challenging enemies rallied by the darkness.
Oh, they look cool. Those people look cool. I would like to be that person.
And where others failed the task, you must succeed.
You have a
Find
picture straight
dozens
of a
of powerful
3-year-old.
equipment for
Ooh,
your
whatever.
hero
Ah.
and push the limits
is that
of your
cute?
abilities
What's this?
with the
A
new
car?
skill enhancements
A
provided
die?
by your
Ooh.
path.
Showing
Take on
small.
the biggest challenge ever seen in Chronicles of Drunagor and defeat
That-
the
ooh,
4
okay.
bringers of
So those 4 horsemen are legit, because that one's on a dragon. And you know that if you're riding in as a dragon rider, like that's
changed
just
my
like a
mind.
whole nother level.
I changed my mind. I want to be this person.
Yeah, see? Jim Carrey's like, oh my God, let it play through once.
No, you can watch it through on your own time.
Yeah, this is her time.
Hello, Fatal. How are you
I'm
doing?
so sorry.
the Apocalypse.
Yes. Yes.
The
Well, I
Yes.
just want the
Horseman.
apocalypse.
Oh,
The skillful tyrant knight. The
punched
he
him.
just
war
punched. He
horseman.
did punch him.
The
He-
veteran of 1,000
I think he just
battles.
ran away.
The plague horseman. The
Oh.
loathsome and enigmatic desecrator. And lastly,
Holy
defeat
poop.
the mistress of all the creatures of darkness. The Death Horseman.
Yes.
The most powerful among all servants of darkness and herald of the end of the world.
Somebody
no.
eat them.
If you dare.
Maybe.
More powerful than
Maybe.
Golem. Golem. I still think
Okay, I'm
Golem's
out.
up there.
Back after I watched the video, says Jim. Oh, well, I didn't mean it like that, Jim.
All right, so that is interesting looking. I like the idea of the Four Horsemen. I don't know why. I'm always drawn to that storyline, right? And then you get to play against them, like in separate scenarios, it sounds like. So that's kind of cool.
That's really, oh, I can't play as Death. Come on now, Petter. If you don't give me a one versus many on this, I'm going to be sad, okay?
It must be hard carrying that building everywhere. You're just like, ah, it's a living.
Oh, what was I going to say? Okay.
Fatal, did you seriously just say you don't know if you need the minis? Don't lie, you need the minis.
I think that I'm also am always really interested by the like Four Horsemen apocalypse sort of scenario and things. I think it is a really interesting scenario because like I don't know, having like these biblical figures come and like take over and everything and like everything's all trashed and like
She's pro-apocalypse, is what you're saying.
I think it's just a really interesting one. It rates right up there with zombies and stuff like that. It's one of those ones that you always think about, you know? Cthulhu,
Whose mic
not as
is
much.
this?
That's not plugged in. That's your mic, doctor. It's not plugged in.
That makes more sense. I was like, is your mic not even plugged in? Jeez.
Okay, first campaign, all in.
So that's just the first campaign. And look, they have the
Oh,
foreteller.
foreteller. They have foreteller in this as well.
For the core box only.
Yes, absolutely. Game
And they
trays
have
inside. I'm really
game
digging
trays inside.
the boxes that everything sits on. That thing is super awesome. I enjoy that. Whatever this coin is, love that. I'll take this coin. Thank you very much.
First 48 hours. You got to put a pledge in.
Well, hold on. Hold on. Let me see. 50 millimeter diameter metal coin, 4 millimeter thickness. It's really weird being
So
a gamer that you know, like, I gotta get that 4 millimeter
Let me
thickness
get that
up in
white
here.
core cards.
So nice. So nice. The Jeff's Kiss.
Spot
Ah.
UV. Ooh.
Spot UV coating. Ooh, so slick.
What kind of foiling method are you using?
The one
Get
that
it
makes
cheaper.
it rainbowy.
Get it faster. Get it bigger.
Sandpaper, smooth, wet, and slimy. Gross, Jim. We don't need those alpacas up in here. Let's see what Rob thinks. Okay, I think this is something special. I think this is something wonderful. I think they did a phenomenal job.
Well, he's thinking about it, so that's good.
That was nice, Rob. It's always interesting knowing some of the people personally and hearing what they have to say.
I'm a
on
fan.
Here.
Chronicles of Drunagor has enough to keep me engaged. More than that, it has the right amount of fun and deep thought thrown into the box.
Is that how Jesse
Now,
talks?
is that Jesse or is that
Jan?
Jan? That's the question.
Ooh,
Because Jesse's a big-time Kingdom Death fan.
that's
so,
true. That's
like
true.
other games that we've been interested, he has not been because of that.
Look at this dragon. What are you even going to do? Why can't I be this person?
But it's pretty big. Is it going to be
Jeez.
the same size as like the miniature, like Project X?
This is like when you get that baby
From
Cthulhu out there and you just display
Reichbusters?
it.
No, I don't think it's that big.
I know, but I'm saying like you get something like
Is it going
this,
to be
you
like
have
the
to display
right?
it.
The Reichbusters one is like this, right? It's the
Yeah.
size of a small cat wearing something like that. The Reichbusters one's about that big.
Order now and get your free bamboo steamer. I actually need one of those battle cries, so I am tempted to order now based off of that.
Oh my
yes.
God! What happened to the little ribbon? Had a ribbon.
Why you all up in my cat's grill right now?
Is that why
We're
you
doing
put it,
important things.
that's why you put her in this thing, like in
Doing
shame?
important things.
Where's
That's
your
Caramel
hoodie?
Kitty, okay?
Why is Caramel Kitty on the desk anyways?
There's a lot of stuff.
That is a lot of stuff.
I think, okay, so based off of what all the other
200 hours.
based off of all the other ridiculously crazy, gigantical games that we're going to be getting in, what makes this fantastical? Everyone, I want to know.
What makes it fantastic?
What makes it fantastical? Gigantical and fantastical. But, like, what makes it super fantastical, everyone?
It is time to think about the missing ribbon. If I don't think about it, who will?
See, Jim?
I could see, if you don't have it, I could see maybe jumping on the reprint. That's not too bad. That was at like 73? Reprint Hero Pledge is $115. I thought there was.
Hi, Glory Mom.
So there's definitely a lot of options.
Who here has played Chronicles of Drunagor? No, I'm
feel
saying
like,
it wrong.
I feel like a bunch of people missed out. I mean, obviously a
Drunagor.
bunch of people have gotten it, but I feel like a bunch of our audience missed out on this one. I don't remember anybody talking about this one a ton.
I'm curious to I want to try it out somewhere. I like the fact that Foreteller's doing a thing for it. Then there's going to be lots of really interesting story involved in it because they're not going to do. Yeah.
Can you scroll up a little bit?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Hey, go back down. I want this right there. So Daenerys, there's a hero crossover. That's a whole nother game. That's the other game.
This one here.
Well, scroll up a little bit. Sorry.
Here,
scroll
you
down.
go ahead and do it, Doctor.
Jeez.
You are like.
I'm just trying to get you to show this thing right here that says hero crossover.
That's scrolling down, not
Arena
up.
the Contest, Daenerys Adventures is a whole different game, and there's a hero crossover, which is kind of interesting. Hence why I brought it up. That's a whole nother big game that everyone likes.
This is almost $1 million campaign.
Already, and it just launched today.
I gotta say, I could do Madara for $120 less. Let's see here. The cube action use, and then covering up some as you pull them back. So there is a puzzle.
Interesting.
Oh, okay, Petter. I'm liking this. So basically, as you're going through the campaign here, you're not necessarily worried about cards or other things, but your resource in this is those action cubes and where they're moving in the game. Is that correct? Because that sounds really interesting. If you're going through and you do your little action cubes and you spend those things, it's almost more D&D like because you have expendable dailies, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Curses and wounds cover up skill slots too.
Interesting. That's always cool when that stuff happens.
I agree. What's this person?
It's Medusa and Hexer. We've already seen them. We're going down to the lower stretch goals now, so they'll get less impressive as we go down. Whoa!
Here we go.
What was all of that? That was way too much.
It was not. It was fine. Okay, everyone.
I wonder how much of the table space this one takes up.
That's another thing. But if you do have things that you're stacking
Those
stuff
trays
on, you
seem
can
like they make them a little bit
do
better.
the secondary levels. The other thing is for all the D&D players out there and stuff, are you going to be using this sort of stuff then?
Reuse it?
Yeah.
I mean, I probably would. I mean, you've got a giant mini carrying around a door. Why wouldn't
look at,
you?
they're so cool.
So this is what Fado was talking about. You can get these, just the standees. But there's not a different pledge level for just the standees, right? Isn't it pretty much you get the big box and you get some standees and that's it?
What? Why would they do that?
Well, manufacturing wise, it's expensive to only make a few gigantic miniatures.
I guess. Is it a big hog or almost doctor sized?
Are you calling me tiny? I don't
Less
know what you're trying to say
dailies,
there.
more reducing the number of options until you pull back, but then you get a curse and have to cover up an option.
Okay. New content add-on. I like all the art for it for sure. Seems pretty legit.
I just want
That
this
dragon
dragon
seems chill.
person. Yeah, this dragon person seems awesome.
Well, they're right there. But you have to get the apocalypse stuff for that. That's
The plague horseman. That's properly disgusting.
You need somebody good to paint these too.
I know, right? War
I'm not
horseman.
that person.
He's riding a cute little kitty. Meow, meow, meow. We got the Death Horseman, who's basically Danry Targaryen.
So Fatal's saying the standees come in the Apocalypse box. The minis are an add-on.
Where's the Famine Horseman? How did I miss the Famine Horse?
Right there.
Right there. Famine Horse. So there's a bunch of people that are begging for food and stuff. They did a really, really good job on the miniatures here. They made them so interesting to look at and detailed.
I'm
Everything
more
that was on
curious
them.
whenever you got a big campaign like this, why they don't make them acrylic standees if they're going to make them standees. I know that costs more, but if people are sleeving your game and doing all these things for your game, you would think an acrylic standee would make more sense than a cardboard one, right? Because I know I personally don't like the ones that come in most of them. The little cardboard ones tend to always be weird.
I'm really liking the setup on this because you can really pick. This is like if...
It's cool. We don't have to talk about it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Acrylic standees. I was thinking about something totally different. So acrylic standees, yeah, I think that a lot of stuff should be offered with acrylic standees because I don't necessarily need a gajillion miniatures. There are some games that miniatures are great for, but there's also a lot of games that I would just prefer standees for. But that's a huge gaming thing. Like it's one or the other. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of gamers that side with miniatures, but I would rather have like a less expensive game and have standees that are like just have the pretty art on them and everything, because I can see them just fine.
That Death Horseman is about 10 inches tall. Nice.
I really like all the stuff that they have going on here. This is, and I'm gonna.
I was gonna say, you can't even put that away. You just have to leave that on a shelf somewhere.
I really, really like the character building in
there
this.
You go. It's the size of a freaking face. It's face size. You could bite your whole nose off. Look at that.
The character building sounds really, really cool in this. And you can make your own characters and really customize them and specialize them. And I think that's probably what really sets this apart. And then it sounds like that pullback system everybody in chat is saying, because I really like that as well. And then you get cursed once you expend all of your action slots with all your stuff. And then that just changes things as you play along. So you really have so many rounds until you're all cursed. Whenever you get everything cursed, what happens then?
There's
She's got some buff legs.
So much stuff in this game.
She kick the
she
crap
does a bunch
out
of
someone.
Squats.
You do not want. You know what? If you get too close, she's just gonna kick the crap out of you.
We were looking at another game on Kickstarter earlier today in Discord, and all the characters were like squatting and like leaning back somehow, like they were in a '90s like television show, like a sitcom, where they're like, "Do the Urkel, do." You know, like I don't know what they're doing, but it was interesting. Even that horn is bigger than mine. Bridget ain't messing around.
She has people to call. She has people to call.
She's so, like, she works out so much that she's got a war axe and the shield just hanging off of that one arm like it's nothing. Bridget. 4 warriors,
She'll
right?
definitely wreck you. Necromancers are strong. Takes a lot of leg strength to lift corpses. That is fair.
Sword mage, warlord, necromancer, and shaman.
Yeah, go back up. I was still looking at the peoples. Yeah, that person.
This is another expansion, though, just so you know.
Why are all the cool people in the expansion?
Because that's what they do.
This game is Jeff's
What
Kiss
did I say?
approved.
Did I say war axe? It was a hammer. I don't know what I said. I can't be held responsible for things that I say online.
This is looking better. What are these dice? Are those dice? What's that? Go back up.
I'm going to them. Calm down.
They have eyeballs in them? Or art?
There's that new Kickstarter coming out, too, that's going to have dragon eyes dice.
What is this? This looks amazing.
I'm sounding like these are all add-ons. So get ready to sign over your check.
That's what it is. That's what it is. We need to back this game specifically for the dice.
So much,
So
Alex.
give me this. Give me this.
Just so much, Alex. Oh, God, it's Alex and Jesse, and then just Jesse. Woo, that was a lot.
Marstreed. Did they add any?
King of Average. No, it doesn't look... Well, there was an unboxing of the Apocalypse.
That were not male and white? What's happening here?
No.
This is how I look through regular ones, too. What the heck? Who's this?
What the heck and heck? Yeah, most everything are add-ons. That's true. They got some different languages here. Showing you a bunch of their other stuff.
This is by those same
impressive.
designers.
I think I'd have to see a little bit of the gameplay to see what Petter's talking about.
I think so too. I think this is really interesting though.
Oh, scroll down. Look at that. Game trays inside.
Tested on Tabletop Simulator.
Well, there you go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do that. And there's the demo for it. All right. I think...
Just do the demo. Right now.
Right now?
Play the
Just
demo.
do the demo right now, everyone. I like the dice, right, Marie? I really like the dice, too. I didn't know they made Arcanos. Yes, those are the same. Those are the same designers, and they also made Masamora, too. And there was like one other little game in there that they had also made.
Monopoly. It was Monopoly.
No, they did not make it. They're too young to make Monopoly, okay?
You don't know their life.
Who in chat is backing this game? I'm curious, because all of you are you are all in the know.
Yeah, a lot
I
of
am
people
not
that
in
are
the know
a
right
lot of people
now.
that watch us normally are really heavy into these dungeon crawlers.
Right.
And this one has been getting a lot of good press.
It
A
has
lot of good press.
Well, it has a lot of good.
So much so that they had to come
scores
back and
and stuff.
reprint it already. Like,
Yeah.
it's only been a couple months. People were just getting it like 3 months ago, maybe.
It wasn't long. Yeah.
4 months ago. Sometime at the beginning of this year, people got this game and they're already going back to Kickstarter with it. Well, Gamefound.
Yep, because I went ahead and looked on BGG and it said that technically the first one was done in 2021, which is this year, because they do the Kickstarter for it, and then the date that they have on BGG is supposed to be the release date of it. So it's this year it dropped, and they're going back to Kickstarter with the expansion and all sorts of craziness with it.
The way
it's done
BGG
so well.
works is it's actually really weird. I don't know the system, and that's not always the case. Sometimes they'll do it based off when the Kickstarter launched. Sometimes they'll do it based off when it delivers. Sometimes they'll do it based off whenever you put it up.
I thought it was always off of when it was going to deliver, the year it was going to deliver. I can't back this. Too many of these giant games coming already. Studio Lanniston, I feel you. That's what I'm talking about. Like those acrylics, like Doctor was saying, the acrylics at least make the box smaller. And this is going to be a huge, big box game. Although that dragon is really cool.
It is really cool. It's once again, it's like we've talked about, like a lifestyle game. When you get this, you could potentially play this for a couple years, right?
Absolutely.
Was it say 200 hours?
And let's see here. Fatal says they're already in. I thought Petter says already back to watch the Board Game Co. Quackalope coverage. Right, I'm in for the base game, then maybe the expansion added on later.
So 200 hours would be like if you just took work off, like if you just didn't work for 5 weeks and you just instead played 8 hours of this game every single day.
I'd be okay with that.
Like, just replace your work with this game for 5 weeks. I know you'd be okay with it, but that's a lot.
That's fine.
That's a lot of content. And they're saying like over 200 hours. That means that they think they got at least 200 there.
Pass. All that money is needed for Divinius instead. Divinius is a whole different monster because that's just like all app.driven and everything's going to be easier to get into.
Oh, sounds like Fatal has some of this stuff already.
What?
Well, because for the last one.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
What? I forgot to mention the door thing. You go to a door and it has flavor text and tells you
That's nice.
what to set up next.
I like that
For
because
each
then
door,
you
so
feel
you
like
don't know
whenever
what
you're
you're actually going through.
Yes.
Did I cut you off in front of something?
No, I did not. I definitely wasn't going to say that.
All right, I'm interested to hear more about this. This was our first look on our hype train here. We appreciate all of you showing up today and hanging out with us and talking about this. How often does Game Trays do components like the character trays, the map tiles, etc.?
Whenever we're asked,
Fatal,
honestly,
yes.
just anytime they ask us to. It's not a big deal. I mean, we would integrate. I mean, if Game Trays had the chance, they'd probably integrate everything as a game tray if possible.
Game Trays just make things so much easier in life, period. Like, I'd play this, but not buy it, says Battlecry.
I would like to play
first.
Fatal Paper Cuts copy.
Tabletop Simulator. It's up on there. So if any of you are interested in it, check it out on there. Of
If
course,
it's $300 to get it, we could maybe just have like
sell our child.
no.
Oh,
Why?
I don't know. Like,
I was gonna
sell
say
our dog.
we could probably just buy
Sell our
Fatal
dog.
a plane ticket and fly him out here to play it. What is wrong with you? Why do you go to that level first thing? You know you're not allowed to do that, right? There's like a lot of laws.
No, I know.
A lot of laws. Wow.
That's
And ain't
just what
nobody
most
buying,
people say, right?
and nobody's buying our
Thing.
mutt for $300+.
Listen,
we
he's
got him for like $60 at a
finally
PetSmart.
aged 10 years, okay? Like a fine wine.
Nobody wants that cataracts having dog.
He's really cute, everyone.
He
I
is
will sell
really
him
cute,
for
but
the price
nobody
of one
wants
of
him for
these.
that price. Yikes. Yeah, if it didn't cost $50 to ship, we could just pass it back and forth.
Yeah, for real. All right, everyone.
Yikes.
Make sure to stay tuned for our Kickstarter show that will be on Friday, where we will go in depth into a whole bunch of Kickstarters, usually about 4 of them. We are also playing I'm Right, You're Wrong. Right, You're Wrong. Right, I'm Wrong. Something like that on the Game Boy Geeks channel. Tomorrow, I can never remember because it's
And what
like
are we playing
a
on
weird
Thursday?
thing. And then Thursday, we are playing a very special game brought to you by DrGloryhogg.
And what game is that?
The
Like I'm
one.
supposed to choose?
It's that one game
What is it?
that we weren't going to tell our audience about. It was just the one game. This game looks so cool, says Steve Parksmith. It does. So the $165 with shipping for the base game. Stretch goals from the original stuff is selling for $250 on eBay.
Yikes.
So this might be a really good resell too. Gloryhound is wrong. We've heard it here. No. That's the name of the game, Petter, all right? We will see all of you later in the week. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to give us a thumbs up on this video, like and subscribe to get notifications, ring that bell, and all that other good jazz. We will see all of you later. Thank you. Bye.